Hello you, it's Josh, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the first ever episode of the Disneyland remake. And by remake, I don't mean I'm redoing the entire park, I mean I'm re-releasing these episodes with a little bit better editing, a little bit more updated. You'll know what I mean if you watched the video a couple weeks ago, or a couple of days ago, depending on when this comes out. And on that video I talk about what's actually going to be happening with re-releasing all these videos and stuff like that, because these videos first came out when I was doing it with gaming, and obviously now I'm no longer using gaming, I'm using What Is Fucking Happening, and then they went on to the second channel. So basically I decided to bring them back to the main channel, and things are all changing a little bit, so I'm re-releasing them all onto the main channel with a little bit more updated editing techniques, because I've obviously learned some more stuff since then. I've also learned how to use my editing software a little bit better, so stuff like that. I basically have a lot more things that I can use now to make these videos a lot more better, and I've kind of changed the style of how I make these videos. I now do a voiceover all the way through it instead of just doing a voiceover at the start. This series has been an absolute massive success, so I thought it'd be nice to re-release it and you know, just redo it. Now I won't be re-releasing everything, I don't know, it depends on, because this is the first one I've actually recorded of the re-releases, because well I just came up with this idea all of a sudden. Like, this is recorded a couple weeks before that video's even come out, which is why I don't know what's happened, because I literally just came up with this idea a second ago while I was sat here, and I just thought, oh my god, that'd actually be quite a good idea, because a lot of people get confused between where the series has actually gone, like which channel it's gone on to, and I feel like changing this channel to more of a Roblox sort of channel would actually be quite a good idea. So I just thought, why not, you know, why not do it? And then that brought me to this, obviously. But in today's episode, what we're doing, you might have already seen this video, and if you have, then you can still watch through, leave a like, it'd be absolutely massively appreciated. But if you haven't actually seen this video before, then basically what we're doing here is we're building the entrance to the entire theme park, the entire the entire front area where you go buy your tickets and that sort of thing. And then on top of that little hill there is where we have that train station, the very iconic train station that you see quite a lot in Disneyland. And basically they have these big booth things at the front, and from my research, what I worked out is that they do actually have like 3 of these, I think, but the 2 outer ones is slightly slanted, and I could not fit all 3 in here with the actual size and trying to make everything smaller. Because one of the big points of this is I want to make it I want to fit as much in as possible. And this video was recorded like 2 months ago now, I think, this Disneyland video. So the thing is that actually this video it was recorded before they gave us extra expanded plots, so now obviously I can just have extra plots and just make it really cool and have more space to do stuff. And they've also made it so you can place things anywhere. I didn't have that on this, surprisingly. I literally didn't have that. I didn't have the height, whatever height you want or anything like that. And it's the same with most of these episodes. And I think until episode 5 I don't actually have the extra plots or the no grid placement option. So it's kind of like a bit more of a it's a bit of a pain, isn't it? But it is what it is, really. I'm quite happy with how it looks at the end of this, and you'll see it looks pretty cool. This was like obviously only the first episode of me ever doing this, and like it was amazing, so thank you for all the amazing support on it, obviously. Anyway, what we're doing right now is I'm using the single rail coaster here to do a bit of an edging round here. Now this is something different that I do to a lot of other parks, because as of recording this, episode 3 of Nerdy Yoda Girl's YouTube series has gone out, and the difference between that and this is that her one is a bit bigger, and she doesn't really use as many like techniques as what I do. I'm not saying that hers isn't as good, because it is absolutely amazing. It was actually her original series that gave me the idea to do this, but I use a lot of techniques like this, like using roller coasters and stuff like that, to give that extra bit of detail, which makes it look quite cool. Like, for example, on the train station, if you've seen that video, you'll know that I use literally, like, I use roller coasters for the roof. That's how I just did it to make sure that I got that extra bit of detail in. And it's all about getting that sort of realism, and it's a bit hard to get in this game, especially without the advanced not the advanced placement, the no grid placement that they added in one of the newer versions. Obviously, it's a little bit hard to get that. And when this video goes out, they may have even released another update that's absolutely amazing and changes everything and makes my life so much easier than it is right now. I don't know. They are releasing an absolute mad amount because of quarantine. So I don't know, there might be, who knows, but yeah, that's the sort of thing that makes mine stand out. I use a lot of thingies to actually make it look good, and this video that you're watching right now, it's sped up to about 20-30 times, I think, something like that. I don't know, I don't actually have the original footage to speed up. I'm just looking at the original footage, the intro's cut out, the outro's cut out, and then I'm just voicing over it with some new music and some new thingies on it, so it's a bit nicer. But it's about 30 times, 20 times speed, something like that, I don't know. And each recording's at least 4 hours to 6 hours of recording. Some of the more recent ones with the main street, that's more like 4 hours. But this video I think was about 6 hours in recording, because trust me, this shit takes a long time to do. Okay, this sort of detail, getting the roller coasters to go into the exact place you want, takes a very, very long time. It is an absolute pain in the backside. And actually what you're seeing right now is the monorail, yeah, and I am thinking I might have another go at this monorail, because I got rid of it because I couldn't put the poles in the right place and it looked a bit weird. But now, because of the no placement, I could actually add that monorail back in there, and it's something that is there, so it would be more realistic. But I might want to get the other like monorail stations done first before, actually, or does that just lead to the park? I mean, like to the parking. Sorry, not the park. The parking. It might just lead to the parking. I don't know. I'll have to look at that, because I've not really mentioned this so far, but I've never actually been to Disneyland. In real life, I've never been to Disneyland. So all of this sort of stuff, like just all this is based off Google Maps, not Google Maps, Google Earth, and just Street View, because the entire of Disneyland has Street View on it. So I use that to basically look at things, because I've never really been as a child. I've never really done that, you know. I don't know why, I just haven't. Okay, but. So I'm literally just basing this off of what I can find on Google Earth. What you can see right now, though, talking of Google Earth, is I'm making some signs and some stuff for the inside. So what I'm doing here for this sign is I actually just took this sign off a photo, off images. But what I sometimes do to make these images here is I go on Google Earth and just take the sign from the actual building in Google Earth, just rip that off and take it, and that's it, yeah. But this time I just used an image. But normally I'll do that, and then that's how I get signs, because remaking signs, you can do it, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. And if you're doing it, I recommend you do it with what was I saying right now? Yeah, I recommend you do it like that, like I've done it right there, because if you make your own photo, then it'll make it look a bit cartoony. I've tried it before, it does just make it look a bit cartoony at times. So in this case, I did just use I did just take the image and I just cut it out, because you can literally just do that. Paint.net is what I use to make all my thumbnails and all my thingies currently. I don't use Photoshop because that costs money. Paint.net is completely free and it works absolutely fine. I mean, you can donate to it obviously, but it works absolutely fine for me, to be honest. So I just use that really, and yeah, why not, I guess, hey. And basically, I just literally cut out the background using an eraser or the magic, is it magic wand tool or something like that? And I just cut it all out like that, and it's pretty much easy. But anyway, except from that, guys, we are coming to the end of the episode now, so if you have enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, you can favourite, all that sort of stuff. And except from that, guys, see you in the next video, goodbye.